Generating leads and clients from a business website boils down to just two things: traffic and conversion. Traffic is getting people to your site. Conversion is that person's experience or journey once they're at your site. However, much of the digital marketing training you see online is geared heavily toward the traffic part of the equation because it's sexy and glamorous and cool. But the conversion part of the equation is just as important. Even just a small improvement in your website conversion rate can really move the needle and dramatically improve your bottom line. So today, I'm giving you 6 proven ways to increase conversions on your website. The first way to increase website conversions is to use shorter forms. If you're a service professional like a doctor or an accountant, one of the primary ways a prospective client will reach out to you is via a contact form on your website. When using a contact form, the secret is using 7 fields or less, because the longer the form, the less likely they'll complete it. Way back in 1956, a cognitive psychologist named George Miller actually researched this topic, and he found that the short-term memory of most people can only hold up to 7 items plus or minus 2. Now, in certain situations, your online form or application might legitimately need more than 7 fields because you just need more information. Well, if that's the case, then what you want to do is create a multi-step form. For example, if you need 20 fields on your form, you put 5 questions on the first page, then they click a next button, then 5 questions on the second page, and so forth. Breaking up a longer form into bite-sized chunks makes it much more likely that they'll actually complete the form. The second way to increase your website conversion rate is testimonials and reviews, because nothing builds trust like social proof. Think about it. When you go to Amazon, how likely is it you're going to buy something that has mostly 1-star reviews? Not very likely. We want to see mostly 4- and 5-star reviews before we click the Add to Cart button. Testimonials and reviews absolutely affect our buying decisions. If you can get video testimonials from your clients, great. But if not, no big deal. Manual written testimonials or Google reviews work just fine. So where do you put testimonials on your website? Everywhere, but especially on pages like a shopping cart or a landing page where you're asking someone to make a decision about engaging with you further. One very important thing about testimonials: most people are not going to voluntarily give you a testimonial. You need to be proactive and ask. If you're interested, I have a free guide on my website that walks you step by step through the process of how to ask for a testimonial. The link to that guide is in the description below. The next way to boost your website conversion rate is make your call to action obvious and direct. You want to have one primary call to action throughout your site, and that one primary call to action should be whatever your most important next step is, because you don't want to be confusing prospective clients with multiple different calls to action and pulling them in a bunch of different directions. On your call to action button, use a high contrast color so it sticks out and is obvious. This subconsciously communicates to your reader this is important. Also, you want to say exactly what you want that person to do. Instead of labeling your call to action button something vague and generic like contact us, be precise and direct. Make an appointment. Request a consultation. Download your free report now. And just a reminder, if you ever need help with your website and tech just isn't your thing, we offer done-for-you services. Just go to markbrinker.com/done-for-you and let us know what you need help with. We do big jobs, little jobs, and everything in between. The fourth way to get more website conversions is to use pop-ups. And yes, I know pop-ups can be annoying, but they work. When using a pop-up, do not have it show up the very moment a person lands on a page, because that is annoying and it'll do more harm than good. Instead, what you want to do is use a delay, either a time delay where the pop-up doesn't display for like 10 seconds, or a percentage scroll where the pop-up doesn't display until a person has scrolled, say, 50% down the page. Or you can use what's called an exit pop that doesn't display until someone's mouse movement indicates they're about to leave the page. Some examples of what you could do with a pop-up are: you could offer a coupon, you could invite them to download a free report or a checklist or a cheat sheet, you could invite them to book a time for a free consultation. The main goal of a pop-up is just to nudge your prospect and have them take a small next step, because taking a small next step keeps the conversation going, so to speak, and increases the likelihood they'll eventually become a client. The fifth way to increase website conversions is to use FOMO, fear of missing out. It's one of the strongest psychological triggers to motivate people to take action. You can use scarcity, countdown timers, limited time offers, or even a waiting list. I did a whole other video on this topic that goes into greater detail on the fear of missing out, and the link to that video is in the description below. And the sixth way to increase your website conversion rate is design for mobile. You need to make sure you have a mobile-friendly site. According to Statista, nearly 60% of all internet traffic is now mobile. If you do any type of advertising on Facebook or Google, don't be surprised if that percentage is more like 70, 80, or 90%. So you need to do a really good job of providing a good user experience on the mobile version of your website. And even though most sites these days use responsive design, that does not automatically guarantee your site is going to be mobile friendly. You need to manually design it to make it mobile friendly. That means it's got to be fast, well organized, easy to read, and easy to use. I'm working on a video that'll be published shortly that goes into greater detail on making sure your site is mobile friendly, so stay tuned for that. Just to demonstrate how important your website's conversion rate is, let's look at some numbers. Typical conversion rates on most websites are often going to be in the 2 to 5% range, meaning that for every 100 people that come to your website, only 2 to 5 of those people are going to take action. Now sure, the conversion rate will vary from site to site and even industry to industry, but 2 to 5% is a good ballpark estimate. So let's say the conversion rate on your website is 2%, and let's say you implement one or more of the methods outlined in this video, and you get your conversion rate up to 3%. Big deal, so what, right? Well, going from just 2% to 3% means you've improved your conversion rate by 50%. Boosting your conversion rate from 2 to 4% is a 100% increase. So even just a small increase in your website conversion rate can really move the needle and affect your bottom line, especially if you're selling a high-ticket item. Thanks very much for watching today. My name is Mark Brinker. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and like, subscribe, comment, or share. That stuff really helps out our channel. And remember, if you have any specific topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, you can suggest them at markbrinker.com/topics. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.